Okay, so here's my hair on a normal everyday basis. And I am going to try to give you like my best rundown tips that I live with straight down the list. I stay predominantly in a protective style, and this is my protective style. I wear a cap over my head at all times. And let me start off from the beginning. Before I put my hair in a protective style, what do I do? Everything is right here in front of me. It stays in front of me, you know, and I put it on my vanity. I keep one downstairs, keep one upstairs, depending on where I am and where I need to be to take care of my hair. So I keep a water bottle. It most of the time when I use it, every night I end up having to refill it because I know how much water to put in here. I fill it halfway, and that's about how much. Well, a third of the way. About a third of the way up. And I know that I'm going to use almost all of it every time for my hair. So what I do is if I'm not going to take it down every other day, I do take it down, or every third day, and I spray it with water. On the days that I already have it twisted, I just spray it with water and I add my oil of choice. There are 3 types of oil that I use predominantly that has nothing to do with growth oil per se. Some of them are just good, and it's just what it is. Argan oil is one oil that I always, my go-to oil. I am liking this melanin. This is not a go-to oil for me. It's really lightweight, so you don't have to worry about being greasy, but it's really shiny. Like if I know I'm going to wear my twist out, like right now you see they're shiny, it's because of this oil. It is a good oil, not my go-to. My go-to would be my own oil. Now, when I say own oil, simple stuff. So this is an oil that I have. And this is avocado oil, EVOO, and what you're seeing in the bottom right there are fenugreek seeds. And it has I don't know if you can see that, a green tea bag in there as well. So I throw in extra stuff, but this is the basic. The extra things that's in this particular oil, like I said, is almond oil, EVOO, peppermint oil, rosemary oil, black seed oil, the fenugreek seeds, and I said a black tea bag. I'm sorry. This particular one is the bamboo tea. I made this 5/9 of 2020, and I'm just starting to use it, okay? And I have like maybe 10 of these in my cabinet, and they just sit, and they have to be at least 6 months old before I start using them. And I'll just open the top and I'll just start using it straight out, shake it and use it. Okay. So and when I said black seeds, I didn't say black seeds oil, I said black seeds. I grind them and I put them in there. Now this is a growth oil. However, I will sometimes, like when I don't have a batch ready, I'll sometimes just use the almond oil and the EVOO, and that's all I need, right? So I spray down each section that I want to do. Once I spray it down, I use there's only a few moisturizers that I like to use. 3 in particular. First one, I have to say, is one of my favorite. Keeps my hair moisturized. It keeps it super, super duper soft. And that is the Hawaiian Silky 1 in 14. This is a must-have in my house. I have maybe 10 of these in my house just because I can't afford to run out. I love the consistency. The next one that I've been using since a child as well. Now, these 2 are my childhood favorites. Okay, the other one is the S-Curl. I know a lot of people have been using it for the trend. They want to see if they do the curly kit thing. That's not why I use it. This is really moisturizing. It does have a bit of protein in it from what I've heard, because people are starting to talk about it, but this is something I've used since I was a child. But this is really moisturizing. So these 2 are always going to be on my hair no matter what when it's in its natural state. The other thing that I use that I actually love for moisturizer, and I use it every now and then, is my melanin multi-use leave-in conditioner. I love this. Now, if you look at this one, it's really watery, and this one is not. Okay, why? Because I poured about almost a half a bottle in here, and then I filled the rest up with water, and you still get this great consistency. It still does the same thing, okay? So those are my 3 moisturizers that I use only. Now, don't get me wrong. I get a lot of products. I'm looking around for it. I get a lot of products and people ask me to use it. And I want to try out the different things to find out if I can get something that works as well. I have been trying Miche Beauty. This is a lavish leave-in conditioner. Honestly, I feel like it's a great leave-in, but it is not enough for my day. I spray the water. I put on 2 of my 3 conditioners, whichever one I'm going to use. The next thing I do is I use my whipped shea butter, which I always, like I said, you see me pulling from right in front of me. I use this, they call it hair crack because they said this is why my hair is growing so much. I believe so too. This has a lot of oils in it as well as shea butter, mango butter, and some other stuff. I do have a video on how I made this. It is super duper uber amazing. So I put that on, slather it on, and that's when I add the oil lastly, and I twist it up. Once I twist this hair up, it's going to be like this for 2 to 3 days, sometimes longer. But like I said, every night I'll at least spray it down with some warm water and maybe add some oil, or every 3rd night I'll spray just a little bit of this in my hand. More than that, but I wanted you to see the consistency. I would spray some of this in my hand and I would just kind of squeeze it into my twist. Does that make sense? Great. So the next thing that I do is I always have my hair tied up. So you'll see me in 1 or 2 things, well, a couple of things. I have scarves. Now you see, I love this. But if you always look at the other side, this is satin. So you'll see me wrap it around my hair for a style because I make them. I make a lot of them. Here's my bonnet. With my bonnet on the inside is satin as well. So those are some of the, and I have them everywhere. So here's my ugly one here. But it's satin on the inside. And I have several because I have migraines, right? So I want to make sure I make mine myself a lot of times because I want to make sure it's not too tight, but I want to make sure it's tight enough that it doesn't slip off. And when I buy it from different places, I do find that it's hard to get the correct tightness. On top of that, I do have very fine hair, especially in the front. My edges are extremely, extremely fine. So with the friction and the rubbing, my hair will come out. So I have bought some of these caps from Walmart. And I think everybody's seen these. And although this might feel good, this will bring your hair out. Like literally, I have pulled strands out of this fabric right here because this brings your head out. It's also very tight and you'll always see like a line right there. And I found that the reason why my hair started getting thin again is because they were dirty. I didn't feel like washing clothes. So I started using this one again. And I noticed my hair, because it's so fine, it started to break off again. Now, another thing that I use that I love, you'll always see me wearing it, is this one. I have this in every color, the slap cap. Love the slap cap by Grace Elay. Let me tell you something about this. Now, I love this slap cap. If you turn it inside out, again, you got the satin, but you also see this rim. This rim right here is not satin. It is cotton, and it also helped rub out right here. So I am very cautious with this. A lot of times if you see me with this on, most likely I have a satin something in between it, just for the edges, right? So also I noticed that I wear this, and I try to, it gets on my nerve right here, but it rubs out right here. So then I slide it to the side, and then I end up losing hair on the side. So this tag in itself also pulls out your hair, and you can actually feel this. But is it a good cap? Yes, it is. If you do not have fine hair, I believe that this can work amazing for you, right? So let's talk about, I'm a wig girl right now, especially in the winter months. My hair in the winter months, my hair does not like extreme cold. It is the worst thing for me and my hair. I feel like we have less blood circulation in our hair during the winter. You have more in the summer because you're sweating, you're perspiring, your body is producing more blood that goes to the head. But I'm gonna keep it real. In the wintertime is an issue for me. So I like to wear wigs and protect my hair. So I will twist my hair up and pin it in the back like this and put on, I have a satin cap. And you can see it's the boys' caps that they wear. Some people make wigs out of it. I actually don't have any near me right now. Before I put on my stocking cap to do my glueless wig or my, my glueless, my lace front, I always put satin first and lay it flat as I can. You see how flat it is now. And it's because you see there is flat because I have had this tied down really tight so that I can put a wig on when I want to today. And so it'll just stay like that. And then I'll put the cap over it. And I always come past my edges now because glue, even Got2b glue, it will rip out your edges if you have fine hair. Some of my thicker hair divas, they don't have that issue. I happen to have that issue. Now, what else I do? I avoid breakage at all costs. Randomly, if I'm in the bathroom, let's say I come in here to check my makeup, I always drop a couple of drops of oil, especially if there's light oil when it's throughout the day. I emulsify it in my hands and I'll rub it on the edges of my hair. That's what I do. So right now, the way you see my hair is the way that I like to wear it. This right here, this is flat, but it's twisted going back. This is twisted going down. This is twisted going down. And these two are also twisted going down in the back, even though they're coming loose a little bit. Because last night I was downstairs and I was not upstairs and I wasn't in the mood to do 100 twists, okay? Even though the most I do is between probably about 8 twists in my hair total. That's the most that I do. Now, anytime I do my hair, I make sure that my nails are not chipped or damaged or going through a struggle because I do not want to snag it. I feel like I feel like nails that have the snags in it, the little breakage in it, they snags my hair. Anytime I'm taking a loose, I can feel it pulling and I'm popping and popping. Once you pop one strand of hair, that hair does not have a good cut. Therefore, it begins to break and you end up with breakage. The name of the game is to avoid breakage at all costs. So if you can avoid breakage, you'll see more growth, okay? So protect your ends at all costs. That's what I do. When I twist my hair at the bottom, I do not twist all the way to the bottom. Once I get about an inch from the bottom, I just take the product and I twist it around my hair. Now, I do use twisting butters sometimes if I'm going for a twist out or braid out. I do use butters, okay? Really doesn't matter the butter because I always am going to use my 2 moisturizers before I start. And I'm always going to use a little bit of SHEA, no matter what butter I use or what twisting product I use. I'm always going to use 2 of my favorites moisturizers, and my SHEA is going to touch it, as well as oil that I use, right? So like right now, I need to take down my hair. And the first thing that I would say is in taking down my hair, I want to make sure I'm not upset. I want to make sure I'm not in a rush. I want to make sure I have good positive energy before I take down my hair, or I don't need to take it down. I need to do something different because if I'm rushing and I'm pulling, I'm snagging, I'm hearing the pops. Let's not ignore the pops. When you hear the pops, you're hearing breakage. That's what your hair is doing. It is breaking. So I want to take care of that. So what I would do is, and this oil is not thick enough for me to take down my hair. I do not use that. I use something with some EVOO in it, or I use the argan oil. I love how argan oil smells, so definitely that is my go-to. You can even just add a little bit of shea butter on it. For me, because like I said, I have finer strands. That's how much I use. Because I have finer strands, I don't want to use the shea butter when I'm doing a takedown because I find that the shea butter sometimes can weigh down my hair. And you see how fine it is in the front and it's a little bit thicker in the back. It's like that everywhere, okay? So, and right here is the finest of my hair. So I'm going to take down my hair so you can see what it looks like. And then we'll see, you know, really look at how long it is and the health of my hair so you can see my strands. Now, I am about to take down my hair, but what I did want to make sure I spoke on is when you twist the hair, like my hair is twisted starting from up here going down. I'll straighten my hair out. I'll pull it long like this, and then I'll untwist it like this, and then untwist it at the bottom, because sometimes when you don't do that, it snags and it get caught around each other, and then you have a harder time. I don't start up here to try to take it loose. I start it as close at the bottom as possible because this is the part that normally gets tangled, right? So then that's what I do. I untwist it sometimes. And this is just what I do daily, like whenever I wear my hair down. And I make sure, like, I borrowed. You can see I borrowed from this twist. I borrowed this twist, this hair to go in this one. don't try to avoid doing that. Like I said, I'm very honest, so I definitely want to explain what I did. First of all, it frizzes your hair, which you just did. But second of all, it ends up creating tangles, and tangles is something you want to avoid. So I take my time, and I'm going to take this out. Last night when I twisted my hair was already twisted. I did not detangle it other than using my fingers, and that's how I detangled. So right now I'm just going to undo my twist, and hopefully I have some definition, which I do, and my hair is prone to frizzing if I don't use a butter or something. Also, let me say my hair is dirty right now. Now, my hair is long, but I am going to say, you see how short that is in the top? The closer I get to right here, the shorter my hair is. I did have breakage. That is where I sleep. And I always have issues right there. So I'm going to go ahead and take down my hair, and then I will show you what I'm working with. Okay, so this is what my hair looks like once I take it out. Let me explain to you why I twist my hair sometimes the way that I do. I keep a part on either side of my hair or in the middle, and I always try to keep this straight because it creates more volume for me. I have, like I said, at the front of my hair, I have very fine strand, very thin hair at the front. That is just how I was born. It's not something I've never, I haven't been straightening my hair, haven't straightened my hair in probably 8 or 9 years. Unless I straight it naturally, Bantu knotted. But I literally do it like this on purpose so that I have a defined part, because as you see how wide my part is? It's because my hair is fine, and it's also a light brown color. When you see it like this, it doesn't look as light as it is, but trust me, it is an extremely light color. Another reason why, another thing that I do is, once I do my hair for the first time, I do it smaller, and from then on, I do not completely detangle it with a comb. I only detangle it with my hands so that I can use some of the curl pattern that's already there, and I just add the products and retwist it, because as days go by, my hair gets more voluminous and bigger. Then I take this comb and I go in, and as you can see, it gets bigger. So this is what I do to make my hair look a lot bigger than what it actually is. Okay, so that's what I do. It also creates volume right here. I'm one of those people, I like to do that. And I have an earring showing because most likely this one won't. And this is my style. I almost never wear bangs because my hair in the front, like I said, is very fine. And I don't want to be sweeping it back all day. So let me show you the back of my hair. And so that hopefully this light in here will give you some of that color that I have, okay? Here's the back of my hair. I'm trying to see what you see. This is the back of my hair. I think you can see some of that color. It is bouncy. I don't know if I can show you my length. Gotta make sure I don't stand up too much. My hair is still at the same length. Yeah, it comes about to my tailbone. So like I said, I just try to keep it picked and full so you don't see any of those weird spots. Other than that, y'all, I don't want to keep y'all too long because I know this is a long video. Other than that, I literally wear my hair back a lot. I wear my hair back, and when I wear it back, I do not use ponytail holders. I use these bands like this, and when I use it, I normally do this. So I use it and I do this because it's a lot thicker than a ponytail holder, and I just smooth it back like this, and now I can get rid of my part, or either put it up in a bun like that. So that's basically what I do, but I don't want to wear my hair back. I want to wear my hair forward. But yeah, that's basically what I do, and I love how it looks. It works for me. The last tip that I can say is your protein moisture level needs to be, you need to work on that. Like, that is like something that's always been a struggle for me. Like I said, I get breakage right here in the crown. And it's because I really need to watch my protein moisture levels. What does that mean to me? That means I do use Apple G protein every now and then, but honestly, the Apple G protein is too much work for me. I don't have time to do the 2 steps. I don't. It's annoying as hell. So let me show you what I do. I use Olaplex, okay? This stays in my shower. This is my holy grail. So I don't get over moisturized. I don't get that whole thing where people get too much moisture. I use Olaplex. I use it probably once. I start off using it once every 2 weeks. Then I am now using it once a month, and it's a conditioner. So because I like to test products a lot, and I still test products. I have products now that I am super duper in love with, and I'm going to continue to test products. However, I do know that I need to watch my back. I need to make sure I watch my split ends. I need to make sure I cover my hair correctly. I need to make sure I protect my hair at all times from any harsh weather. I need to make sure I shampoo my scalp well, and I always follow up with a deep conditioner with heat. Deep conditioner with heat. I think there are 2 other things that I do that help grow my hair so quickly and so full and so vibrant and so healthy. The first thing is I do work out. Now, I'm not saying you have to work out. I am saying that the increase in blood flow in your body does help with your hair growing, okay? The other thing is, no, I don't eat right. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't have me some macaroni and cheese and I don't pig out. I do pig out, but I do work out because I don't work out because I'm trying to grow my hair. I work out because that's my pastime. That's my passion right now. I actually enjoy working out, but I have noticed the benefits of it. Now, the last thing that I think has helped my hair tremendously. Who's heard of the inversion method, right? Who's heard of that? Because the inversion method has helped me so much, and I'm going to tell you why. I forgot all about the inversion method. It was a trend years ago, and I noticed that lately I work out and I use my yoga inversion chair, right? So I'm upside down a lot in my chair, and because I'm upside down, I noticed that the blood flow is coming, and I grew like 1.5 inches in like no time, like super duper no time. I grew like 1.5 inches in like a weekend. Well, it's about 2 weeks. Because I didn't check the first week. So on the second week, I was like 2.5 inches. Like, whoa, wait a minute. This is freaking amazing. And I realized, what am I doing different? I'm doing the inversion method. Okay. It actually works. And it's only because I'm using my yoga chair and I am inverting. Since I did not do a hair video in such a long time, I definitely wanted to show where I am and how my hair is doing. So, listen, I'm all things natural. So just because I've been doing fitness and this whole Vlogmas thing, I have not forgotten about my hair. I love my hair and I love doing different product reviews. So I am going to be getting back into that. If you have any other questions on growing your hair or fitness or yoga or even the inversion chair, if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments because I will answer everything. I always answer all questions. So now I'm going to go ahead and show about how long my hair is. And I always pull from the back because my hair is shorter in the front, but let me start here so you can see. And like I said, it's tangled a bit. So you're not going to get a really good length, but it's enough for you to at least see how long it is in the front. My head is straight. I'm trying to keep my head in the picture so you can see where I am. So I'm not tilting my head down or anything. This is the front of my hair right there. So it's right at waist length. I'm going to pull it forward so you can see. This is a little bit longer, and as you see, I have shed hair still. And these are shorts. My head is straight, and so I do have on shorts. My head is still straight. It's still going. It goes about to my butt, about right there. Yeah, it comes about to my butt. My head is still straight. It's still at my butt, okay? So, and I'm standing straight up. With all of that said, in my tangled, dirty hair. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, like I said, leave it down below. I will link some videos that for my oils that I do, as well as the whipped shea butter, some other things that you might be interested in. I will link that down in the description. So in the meantime, I will see you all in between time. Kitty music.